As a concept, exercise is an opportunity for us to bring our partners together to really talk through a scenario of what might happen as a form of a disruption, and then how we apply our response plans to respond to and recover from that incident in a low-stress environment. The planning process for a tabletop exercise is roughly 6 months. Sometimes they may take longer or shorter depending on the complexity of it. We have a planning team working with the facilitators to talk through what could happen on our campus, what are the objectives that we want to accomplish, and what kind of a scenario will allow us to test and stress our plan in a tabletop discussion. And that's where we came to the scenario of an explosion or gas leak in a building. And a key objective was, how do we share information and maintain a common operating picture among the different response groups and coordination groups involved?
We really wanted to bring everyone together, from the policy group through the EOC or the Emergency Operations Center staff who would be working in there and helping coordinate through there, as well as our field operations partners who would be on scene working with folks to help secure the scene and then talk through our different plans and our policies. We're doing it in a tabletop exercise. It's really so it's open, it's low stress, and everyone can have this conversation with one another, not during emergency times when we're actually responding.
So tabletops are really helpful because you get to be with people and train with the folks that you're going to actually work with during an emergency. So you kind of get to know them, work out issues before something happens, and it keeps things fresh in your mind. When you train annually or even more frequently, it just helps everyone do better when the real thing actually hits.
The biggest resource that we talked about today was how our people can interact at a field level, at a field response level. And then we also had conversations about the emergency management side. So when our Emergency Operations Center activates, how are we communicating, how are we sharing resources and information, and making sure that everyone across the board has a good understanding of what's happening with our most important resource, which is our people and our community. Because we are such a close-knit community, every day, every emergency, and Blue Skies days, we're sharing information, we're sharing resources, and so for us to be able to have a seat at the table either in an observer capacity or a participant capacity, I think speaks really well to that partnership.
During preparation exercises and tabletops such as this, maintaining those, establishing those kinds of relationships before the event really helps have those existing lines of communication during the event, so that we know who to go to, who to talk with to get the information that we need, whether it's inside UNC or outside other partner agencies that are coming in to help respond to that event.
We want to create those partnerships because we're going to rely on each other, and getting to know each other on Blue Sky days allow for us to really go through our plans and determine if our plans need any modifications, but more importantly, how we can rely on one another to help get us through whatever that disruption is. So for me, the biggest takeaway is relationships, collaboration, cooperation, coordination. Those are critically important when we have major events on our campus, because it's going to take us as a community to come together in order for our community to resume normalcy.